Aho, ho'oponopono, javaguan, namaste, house. Oh, what a process, what a day. I've just let go of so much energy and so many pieces and so many things that were hard to let go of. Just I'm trusting, I'm releasing all things, all attachments, like I can get more things, It's like I was guided to let these things go, and just like I'm hoping that they're in a better place, and I'm hoping that the people who have supplied some of these things for me are, cool. Keith, you're totally one of them, dude. I just let go of the bumblebee Jasper heart, man. God, I just really, really, really love sharing. Okay, let me do this real quick. Anybody? Nobody? Safe? Okay. Leaving Jenny Springs now. I feel like I'm 19 minutes late. It seems safe and okay. I'm very tired, I'm very overworked, and I'm underpaid. I'm having a pretty great day. I'm experiencing that feeling of needing to brush my teeth again and extremely self-conscious. I'm so tired, and frankly I'm feeling like I need some love, like true love, like that eternal partner to sit and witness my now with in every moment, and to be, you could say, naked in nature, and to find my partner, playing water. I love the water, or at least lets me have my water, can't have someone who tears me away from my water. And I definitely love the heat. I need heat, I get very depressed and sad, very upset without heat. I'm also kind of stressed because I've lost my debit card, and it makes my brain hurt. My brain also hurts from hearing so many other people's thoughts and not having moments of silence. People constantly trying to tell me stuff about their reality and their life, and I really just need silence, complete silence, all the time. And there's very few people that can be silent with me, and I just really respect those who can. I also had an amazing moment, okay? I'm gonna be vulnerable and share with you the truth what happened to me today, okay? I almost want to call it a reactivation of almost bufo alvarius, of going that deep into the epigenetic memory of my personal experience in life. And so I start going to this automatic yoga posture. Let's go backwards. Billy has been camping at Jenny Springs and living there basically, and there was this floaty, and he had left it there, and it was this big floaty, and I had laid on it on the table. I put the floaty on the table, and I laid on the table, and then I'm doing this star posture where I'm just letting it come and the energy go. And I kind of got uncomfortable. Oh, there was a sound of an Icaros, I would say. This boy, Scott, was channeling this energy, and he was repeating I like some shaman stuff, and it put me into this energy of eventually turning into what you could say a fetal position and turning on my side. And then my homegirl, healer friend Patricia, right? Patricia had been watching me from afar, so she had watched me go into star posture, into fetal position, and she comes up to me and goes, "Oh, little baby," and then I'm I'm crying, I'm weeping, right? It was just very natural, a lot of play. I thought I was playing, and I start weeping, and then she says, "What happened to you?" And I look her in the eyes, and just right, all this stuff comes out, this innocent baby trauma energy, right? And then I'm crying a little bit, and then I eventually started laughing, and that's just a personal way of working with the energy. Some people would joke about demons or entities at that point, you know what I mean? I found a lot of irony in it, and a lot of humor, and a lot of remembering and being full, and seeing how much of a fool my soul, or the soul has been. I don't know how to explain that. I would explain the soul being ancestors. I can't explain it. Like, I'm like, have a session with me. Sit down in my teepee and like hang out, right? Let's have a ceremony. Let's sit down. Let's talk. Do some breath work. I'm working on boundaries now too, like you could say commanding money in exchange for like what people are trying to get out of me, because not everyone can, like, you know, do the same things that I'm doing. Like let's say I'm doing the empath thing and I'm taking someone's pain and helping them process that energy, right? Let's say you're not an empath, you can't process that energy for me, right? And take it, it can't be a container for me, so maybe you have $60, right? Or maybe that's what it's worth to you, and maybe that's a lot of money to you. Or like, same thing if you have like $5 and you give me $1, you know, versus having $500 and giving me $1. Like, the intention, the energy backing it. I serve a lot for free, and sometimes people don't see like what I'm really serving, like what I am and what's going on and what's happening. And like, honestly, it's like not even the money that I really need. You know what I mean? Like, what I feel like I really need is like a proper container. Like, I need a planet full of love and compassion and understanding and respect and an acceptance for my presence, for me to be as I am without trying to change me or trying to be with me or control what my present moment is like letting me have the freedom, maybe enjoying like the moment with me if you happen to be where I show up. Or it's really hard to translate and explain the boundaries, yet it also feels really simple, especially like once we're actually together. There's a lot of attachment, judgment, and emotional attachment, and I'm attempting to separate myself, and I feel a need to get with the acupuncturist immediately. I'm very, very excited to do that. I frankly regret not being able to call today. I have so many things I need to do. I'm also ever so thankful. So thankful. I'm dealing with so many different things. I've been suffering, like, I want to say without hot water. Things are better, and things might be even better now. So I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I'm excited, questioning everything. Really excited to brush my teeth. It's been a long day. I got up so early today. My whole sleep schedule has been so tormented and so messed up, and I know I'm not the only one. I'm also experiencing Mercury retrograde things, like going into the same past trauma, same dynamics, karma, letting things go. God, I'm feeling all these feelings. It's really, really hard to feel. I just don't know how to feel. And like, I feel really called to create, and at the same time I also feel called to like completely start over. So I'm kind of like at a crossroads, and I'm kind of confused with what I'm doing, where I'm going, what I'd like to do, etc. I'm ready for change, complete change, dramatic change. I've just been like following the spirit, you could say, like calling upon Jesus Christ or Mother Mary, divine source, light, trying my best to like be good, yet also like completely weeping once I actually surrender and actually connect to those energies, as I'm learning that this stuff is like really real. And I don't just mean them, you know, you could say Muhammad, like, or even my name, right? The histories of our people, just as people over the times, over the ages, and all the things that we are just not aware. We know for science that our belief systems really changes our reality, like our perceptions really are everything. And a lot of times we are stuck through just like such a like limited scope. I feel like no matter how much I speak, you'll only be able to receive a fractal. I'm like experiencing extreme pain right now, and I feel kind of sick, like nauseous. Like it's part of something that happens like in the shamanic work sometimes, you know, like clearing out all of this stuff. It's like I almost want to call it again, I just don't feel like any language would serve. I keep getting like super depressed and like beating myself up. And then like I feel like lonely because sometimes like I'll work, right? And I'll like be this container for all these people. And then like I'm still like, you could say restless, or like there's this freedom energy of like traveling and doing this work. And like, yeah, I have all of these feelings. I just like would like to enjoy them and to continue having like pleasurable feelings instead of like insecurities and fears and like traumas and fears of abandonment, right? Or like personal neglect, like not listening to myself, not listening to the heavenly guidance. I keep hearing that it's like the wrong timing, that I might be more advanced in the future than like you could say many others, and it's unfortunate because not everyone will be able to like benefit from like all I have already given and done, and it can be exhausting, very exhausting. Getting this message that our purpose is to live for ourselves, like for us and God, just us. Like, yeah, it's great, our families and all these stories and all these connections and all this stuff outside of us, but just like the eyes closed and being with ourselves and being at peace with just breathing and just not indulging in all the senses. My heart is just so filled with so much love. And like I keep just having like these prayers, these wishes, these intentions of just having this very specific thing. And it's almost like a story. Boy meets girl. Girl meets boy. Create new world. The ego wants to say till death do us part. Yeah, I'm actually looking for something more serious than that. As crazy as that may sound to someone who's not like really spiritual and doesn't really have any education at what I mean. Like a soul bond. But even then, like I want us to have that complete freedom and that peace instead of like control and force, like, you know what I mean? Like if it isn't natural for us to be together and like that's the best thing and that's what we want, like why be anywhere else if this is really what we want? But if it's not what we want, then we need to just like be honest and be like, listen, I want to go over here, like check this out. Or I keep hearing timing too, divine timing. There's so many different factors, and I feel like I'm not the only person that's like feeling this way, you know? It's like, hey, I need friends, I need a support group, you know? And I know how difficult it can be to be like, hey, like, can you be a little bit more emotionally supportive, or can you like have some compassion for my feelings, or really command your boundaries, like teaching people how to treat you, like what you like to experience. Man, I'm questioning my reality if I'm going the right way. I feel like I'm not supposed to be here and doing this video, and feels like the journey is very personal, and that some things aren't really meant to be shared, and I have still shared, even though many times you could say the Great Spirit has said that's best to keep in my closet. Yeah, I feel like it's energy that it's like proud of me, that like I am open with its existence of this infiniteness, and there's a part of me that wants to experience more closeness with it. part of me is completely terrified. And kind of, yeah, the ego kind of like likes this planet and likes the senses and likes all these great things. Yeah, there's another part of me that is growing in this whole another way that has me seeing things, like seeing the light, you could say, right? Like where I am at peace. Like, actually, I'm lying. I'm totally not at peace. I feel like, God, I am not going home till I get this happy ending love story. This romantic, super romantic, super duper 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 romantic. I'm like, how many of you can, instead of giving me $1, just pray? And I just mean like really mean in your heart and make a space for me to receive this wish, this dream, just this one thing before I die, please. This is all I want. It's the only thing I want. Can that just like come to me? Like right, like the guy outside the door with like the jukebox. But like I feel like that's like a story in my head of what I want. But I also feel like it's ultimate truth, that like I feel like if I can, like, almost like my ego wants to say like imagine having like someone to like cuddle for like months and just do that, like no work, no focus on anything else, just like in each other's eyes and like actually being in love with each other and not being like, you know, a torture device. I just have like all of these pains and aches and like I feel like really unheard and like I'm confused because like I'm trying to get to the truth, like the right way of like life, and things have been really really hard, and I like sometimes I don't feel like I have emotional support, and like honestly sometimes I feel like I won't allow it, like I want to do things on my own, and I think a lot of that comes from like a fear of death and not wanting to get close just to lose, you know, not wanting to get hurt. My brain has kind of just been wired like that since I was a little girl. Yeah, I still have like all this compassion of like wanting to make the whole world like my children and like my love, you know. And it's been hard because like sometimes I can't listen, or I can't follow through. Like let's say my intuition just told me right now, pull over and lay underneath this tree. But then ego's like, no, story this, there's no blanket, this, that, right, all these different things. I'm starting to feel more confident about where I'm going, yet I'm also traveling at night suddenly, so I'm like crushed and broken and scared and not sure. I'll go this way. Oh no, I think I keep going straight. I'm questioning myself completely. Let me get off of here and like go back to like my life that it is now. I apologize for projecting. For those of you that weren't really meant to be here, like you're here for free. I'm sorry, my existence is draining. Trust me, I know. I'm very excited to rest. That eternal rest. if possible to clean up my soul like that much and to like really repent and like pay the dues or whatever it takes to just have that final chill. I'm starting again to feel better. This is starting to feel better. Okay. Starting to look a little more familiar. Yeah, I still do think I'm gonna get off of here. Respect. Thank you. Hush.